Al, okay. And I believe Fantasy and Parting, if I am not mistaken on Fantasy's Korean name. Just giving you guys this update like on the fly as I'm finding this out.
Yeah, wow. Big news here.
Yeah. That's actually pretty crazy. Yeah, I'm correct. So it is Fantasy.
Yeah.
So
especially given, you know, especially looking at Rain, a guy who's doing so well, a guy I would actually pick to possibly even win this whole KeSPA Cup. Going to leave one of the best teams here in Korea. But anyway, guys, looks like we're going to get started onto our 4th game here.
Finally, no more waits. I know you guys have been patient like crazy today with all the downtime. I really appreciate that. Now that everything is fixed, I don't think we'll have any more problems going into tomorrow. All right, guys, let's go into game number 4 here at the KeSPA Cup.
요이 플래시 울브스상 강초원 vs CJ&2 SPL 한지원.
Up here in the top left, the Protoss player, in the red it is San, up 2-1 right now in the series.
And down in the bottom in blue here, formerly IM, formerly Fnatic, it's CJ and this is ByuL. So this is going to be our map pick here. It is Catalina, so interesting. I'm sorry, it's merry-go-round.
Yeah.
Mike,
a map we actually forgot was in the pool.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that. Merry-go-round feels so old. It's just one of those maps that, like, it feels like Daybreak or something. We've just had it in the pool for so long. I had forgotten it was in the pool so much that, like, I looked at the map and I was like, well, Spinal Cage is kind of like this. It's like, yeah, it's got to be Catalina, right? And yeah. But it even says like merry-go-round on the screen. I'm like, yeah, it's Catalina.
Totally Catalina.
I was looking for the map name in Korean. I didn't expect it to be in English right under my nose.
But interestingly here, you know, Protosses don't usually like to play on this map, so definitely, almost definitely, a pick here for ByuL.
Hello, everyone from the Philippines. Team Xoff. They have a shout there, and I think those people were together for 7 years.
Wow.
Something like that. It's still on that side. Catch that there at the end. Trying to read the English sign. Let's see how these two players play this one out. Do you feel that this, I mean, you had that theory earlier that Overgrowth and Deadwing were San picks. Seeing this map as well, do you think that kind of lines up too? I feel like it does.
Yeah, I kind of do. I feel like Zerg's definitely more comfortable on this map than Protoss is. Makes sense. I mean, especially out of all the other maps in the pool. Like, we were thinking about the other 3, and we were like, I'm not really sure. Nothing really sticks out. But if I was thinking about this map as well, I probably would have picked this one. Makes sense here for ByuL. And wonder how he's going to make this work. I feel like it's going to be a little bit easier to hold off that aggression. It's pretty far away, especially if he takes that 3rd base farther away from San.
Yeah.
It's far for San to go for that kind of aggression again.
Well, let's keep a close eye on San's gas because he has 1 gas only right now, and this is going to be scouted by the Overlord. He sees this, sees the fast gate, and let's see how he wants to move forward here. Is that a chrono boost even on the warp gate research? I think that is. Just looking at the production tab alone, I think he chronoed that. Really want to see like so badly whether or not he did that, but he's going to have really fast warp gates out. And he still doesn't have that 2nd gas. It's going to have a lot of extra minerals to get those gates up fast and make a lot of zealots, similar to what we just saw in the previous game.
Yeah, could be already sending his first zealot out very aggressively across the map to start poking at ByuL before he even gets his 3rd base up. And this probe is being really sneaky. Starting to move over towards where he may want to place that forward pylon for some aggression.
Yep. Warp gate research is coming out so fast here. There are the gates, 2 of them. 4th one will likely be placed in the main. He could hide the 4th gate like in some weird, strange other place, I guess. But I think he's probably going to put it in his main base. The Overlord is actually just out of vision of seeing the gas, so he still can't even see it with the 2nd gas. Probably wants to move that. Sees the 2 gates here, and of course is locked out. Takes a third. There's that pylon. No third gate actually being added, so just up to 3 gates with this one. Still, really fast aggression.
Yep, this is the name of the game here for San. He's not letting up at all. There's the Chrono Boost once again on that Warp Gate research, and look at this. Overlord is going to come in and see at least that. He sees 2 extra gates at the front. I mean, he can assume at this point there's going to be aggression. He's already sent out some Zerglings to try to scout for some pylons, but wasn't fortunate enough to find any of those. I mean, it's pretty far back here for San.
Yeah, you know, Warp Gate research is done now, and he only has 3. He actually hides the second gas at the natural. So right now, ByuL thinks it's only 1 gas forever, and he probably thinks it's a 4th gateway he just hasn't been able to see. Maybe behind the main base's mineral line or something, but he doesn't know. And this is not going to be as big of a commitment. It's just going to try to force a lot of lings instead of drones, and then he's going to be able to recall, transition at home pretty easily. And oh wow, maybe we're actually going to see proxy oracles with this too.
This is insanity, man. This is like, this is going to be so cool. That's what it's going to be. This is something that ByuL is not really going to expect. He's sending the Overlord once again through the base here, and I don't think he's going to be able to be fortunate enough to see that gas coming up at that natural yet. Nope.
Man, this is intense. I don't think he's ever going to expect this. I think he's starting to realize right now, at least what ByuL is realizing incorrectly is, okay, you're just going to add some tech at home, probably a robo, and take a third base. You're just faking me out here. I can tell you barely have any zealots here compared to what you would normally have with a 4th gateway. I know it's only 3 gates. And with this pylon, mind you, too, even if he kills the first pylon, he can warp units onto the low ground from that other pylon that's up on the high ground there. So losing this pylon isn't as important as it looks to ByuL right now. So he might even try to focus on sniping it, which wouldn't really help him too much in the long run. He is going to get it, actually. 2
of these zealots going the wrong way. They're going to be surrounded. That's unfortunate here for San. Going to take away some pressure from that. But again, ByuL doesn't know about that Oracle. Now he does. Sees it coming through here, and what is his response? He only has 1 queen here at that third base.
I don't think he saw it until just now. He didn't react at all. All these drones here at the third base go down, and it looks like he's just going to go fly over the natural. You know, meanwhile, the worker count is tied up at 42-42. The Queen's not even paying attention.
It's not reacting, getting 4 more kills here, going up to 7 total, and the Oracle stays alive with 25 health.
Wow, he missed it. He actually missed the Stargate.
Wow.
That's crazy. Man, there's the recall. A lot of damage done here. Transition point is going to be Blink Stalker in +2 most likely as the follow-up. As you guys can see, +1 and the Twilight.
Spore Crawler not finished in here. He gets 3 more kills, possibly 4 more, and he's going to get out alive, it looks like. Oh, no, he does.
Yeah, 5 kills in total in that second Oracle, so that's 12 kills in total. And there's the Blink, 4 more gates. The name of the game for San is he's just going to kill you. He's going to attack you, and then when you survive, he's going to hit you with a stronger attack.
Yeah, he definitely does not like playing that late game against Zerg, especially on a map like this, merry-go-round. He wants to end it. This is a pretty cool strategy what he's going for. I mean, ByuL definitely was not expecting this. And Queen moving a bit out of position once again, able to get 2 more kills here is that second Oracle.
The Ling's just trading here inefficiently. He's not able to get anything done. He's trying to get some scouting. He sees there's no third base, but can he stop the next push? This onslaught of Blink Stalkers might not even have +2 with his attack. He's going to hit so fast with this. It's going to finish eventually, but he's setting up that tight wall, bringing this probe, just getting ready for blood. And that pylon is still up at the Stargate, too, as a backup warping point.
Yeah, ByuL never saw it. Has no idea where that Stargate was, and just kind of floundering in the dark right now. There are some more Stalkers being warped in that exact pylon you were talking about. Going to join up with the main army here.
13 Hydras on the way. More kills with these Oracles. Step micro on the extractor accidentally, but both Oracles do escape, but 4 Stalkers go down. That's a pretty nice catch.
Nice pick off by ByuL here. That's what he needs right now. Was able to pick off 1 of those Oracles as well, so that was nice for him.
Doesn't get that pylon. Ooh, he's going to get 2 Overlords, though. There's a misrally here. That actually supply blocks him. Blink is done, and he shows it. Let's see. This is still a lot of Hydras. 14 Hydras to 13 Stalkers. But as we've seen in the past, when you have Blink, it's like you have more Stalkers than the unit tab actually shows because they just do not die if you micro correctly. Here we go. Guardian Shield goes up. He's waiting for that time warp. He wants to do it at the exact right moment. There it goes on the left side.
not really hitting the bulk of Hydras here, but he just put down the second one. A lot of Hydras on the right, though, doing some nice damage. Pretty good concave coming in here against what San's throwing on him. But again, he's going to have more Warpins coming in here. Is it going to be enough, though? ByuL pushing forward off the creep.
Yeah, got to be careful getting too far off that creep, especially with those queens being a big part of his army right now. 4 of them. And he's not hitting all of his injects at home, but he doesn't have enough money to spend all of that anyways. Oh, Oracle's flying at the wrong moment. I think both of them just got blasted down there. Yeah, they did. And here we go. Guardian Shield goes up, but there's nowhere to run. He needs to blink onto the high ground if he can. But if he blinks on the high ground, he's not hitting much up there. Drones come off the line as well. A lot of transfuses going down. This is still a lot of Protoss. This is actually a really close fight. It's hard to call. Now he's got high ground. That Overlord's way too far away to give vision.
Does go off creep for a bit as well, but I don't know. It looks like he has stopped the aggression for now. San being a little bit hesitant to go in here again. There's just so many Hydras here.
19 Stalkers to 16 Hydras all catches the Overlords again, which then again further eliminates that high ground vision. Great blinks here by San, right up onto that high ground. Now he's coming over here on the right side. Looks like he's considering trying to snipe the hatch or get some of these drones and then just do a big full blink onto the high ground and get out. This is exactly what ByuL knows is going to happen. And so he's trying to make sure he can defend this the best way possible. They can all just go up here slowly but steadily onto that high ground.
Yeah, he's totally fine with this. This is such a nice little nook here for San. Once you get that position there with the pylon on the high ground, it is so hard to stop these Blink Stalkers.
It almost looks like a siege tank push or something, siege tank marine with how this is working. You've got all those Stalkers on the high ground to support. You just keep picking away, and you're able to escape every single time. Now the Hydras have started stepping away very far forward here. He eats a lot of damage as a result, but he can finally maximize that fire output on the Hydras. I just don't know if it's too little too late here. He still doesn't have high ground vision.
Yeah, I mean, he had it for a second, but that overseer was pushed back really, really quickly. And, I mean, he was able to get some decent area, surface area there, but, again, it's just non-stop aggression here out of this Blink, and it's just so efficient. No matter what kind of concave you have, San is just going to keep on pushing on you.
Yeah. Look at the army supply. It's actually slightly in San's favor now, which is never ideal as a Zerg. 32 Blink Stalkers. I mean, Hydras are the answer to Blink Stalkers, but in this big of a number, they're basically alive forever. They're all immortal Stalkers that are just going to blink to the back. I mean, watch how few of them die. They're just not dying.
This looks like it could be it. I mean, he's pushing. He's being so efficient. All these Hydras are going down. Adding some Zealots into the mix as well to tank was a really, really nice idea. Big blink forward, and San is going to take this one. GG.
San impressing, man. He's not just doing well in Europe. He's doing well in Korea, too.
Yeah.
And our first external region player now to actually advance here in this KeSPA Cup. Very, very solid play. Repping Europe, representing Taiwan as well here with Yaoi. And
ByuL looks so frustrated. To lose 3 games in such a similar manner to continuous aggression over and over and over again. Once you go for one push, it falters a bit, you move back, you reinforce, and then you just push again. It's just non-stop at a San. It's just so hard to deal with.
Well, that puts us at a 3-1 here. To finish things off, San will advance as our second player into the round of 8. Yeah. And a very solid advancement that we saw there. So up next, we've got Big Baby. He's back. WCS North America champion. One of the most cheesy all-inners that we had in Korea. That's how he started his career on KeSPA's 8th team, then into Jin Air. And even until the end of Pro League was on their roster to play as a player. But did, of course, leave the team a long time ago. And is now back in Korea participating in a Korean tournament on cameras. Cheesiest guy you'll ever meet. But can he actually take a win here against the Kingslayer? That's the question.
Yeah, that is the big question. Can he take one win out of the best of 5? That's a question for me as well. This guy, Zest, playing very, very well. I mean, he did lose to Flash, actually, in the finals of IEM Toronto. Flash definitely playing super well. A guy who's going to be playing later on today. But Zest, even to get to the finals there is a big big thing for him as a player as well. Made it to the finals with his team KT in Pro League here as well. He's been one of the biggest standing members, won GSL here in Korea. as well. So definitely not a Protoss to just swipe away off your phone or anything like that.
Yeah, don't do that.
No. You got to take this guy seriously.
Take him serious, man.